Alright, let's do this then. Today's video is all about the installation of the Venhill Featherlight clutch cable for the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Unfortunately, we are back in lockdown, so no riding at the moment, but on the bright side, at least we have more time in the garage to get busy and fix stuff. And one of the items on my list has been the somewhat crunchy clutch cable on my Interceptor. I can only describe it as a minor annoyance ever since I got the bike, and something that I've been meaning to address for a while. Now, most of the time the clutch feels perfectly smooth, but every so often it feels like it's catching on something. It feels kind of notchy, kind of crunchy in the actuation. It's an issue that I noticed from the very first time I rode the bike, and it didn't go away when I changed the clutch levers or even the clutch perch. So to address the issue in this video, we'll remove and inspect the factory cable, and I'll take you through the process of installing the new Venhill Featherlight control cable, especially designed for the 650 twins, that's the Interceptor or the GT. Now, Venhill are a British company. They're based in Surrey and have been around for around 50 years. They're one of the most respected names in high quality control cables and hydraulic lines for vehicles. I've already got their roadside cable kit, which I consider to be an essential part of my everyday carry on any bike. It takes up very little space and enables you to quickly make up a cable on the side of a road in the event of a breakage. And this Featherlight cable for the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 uses a marine grade stainless steel, so I'm guessing it's a 316 steel, with a Teflon lined sleeve for a smoother pull. They even come in a choice of colours. The cable instantly feels very high quality in the hand. It's got a reassuring weight to it, and it looks to be incredibly well made. When you compare it to that of the factory cable, the difference is abundantly clear. Now, removing the stock cable, there are just a couple of clips that you need to free up first. These just pop out and they will need to be retained. Next up, just wind in the cable adjuster all the way into the lever. That's just to create a little bit of slack. And then down at the clutch end, a 12mm spanner to loosen off that nut. And you can then go ahead and remove the cable from the clevis. Finally, back at the handlebars, you'll be able to gently remove the cable from the lever ahead of freeing up the rubber bushing inside the headlight holder, and then you're free to just slide the cable away from the bike. Now, while I've got the cable out, I'm also going to take the opportunity to disassemble the clutch lever, give it a good clean and lubricate it. I'm just using a quick splash of WD-40 to break down the old lube inside both the perch and on the lever, give it a good clean off. And the fresh lubrication that I'm going to use here is a white maintenance spray from Liqui Moly. It's absolutely perfect for hinges and joints, and it has fantastic adhesion too, so it should stick around for quite a while. Now, before installing the new cable, it's worth noting that the factory cable was showing some signs of damage when I took it off the bike. You can see here a large gash in the plastic sleeve, possibly an exhaust burn, although I haven't changed the routing at all, so I can't really see how that might have happened. You can also see that rust has started to set in on the metal, and that could certainly have caused an issue down the line if not spotted. You'll also notice that the plastic boot on the lever end of the line has started to break apart, and again, that may or may not have been causing the issue with the crunchy actuation. For now, I'll keep it as an emergency backup. You never know when it might come in handy. Now, to install the new clutch cable, just set the adjuster to the midway part, locate the inner cable into the eyelet on the clutch lever, and now you can go ahead and reroute the cable between the headlamp holder on the left of the bike down towards the opposite side. At this point, you can clip it back in using those two plastic holding clips and ensure that that cable is definitely well away from the headers. Then just wind the first nut all the way onto the thread, insert the cable into the cable guide in the clutch assembly, get the second nut on and give that a couple of turns, then go ahead and reinstall the rubber boot. Finally, insert the end of the cable into the clevis in the clutch lever, and then adjust until there is no free play in the cable. And now back up at the lever end, you can make those fine adjustments to get to that 2 to 3 millimeters of free play. Of course, this being a brand new cable, you'll probably have to adjust it again after a couple of rides. Now, what I can tell you straight away is that the pull now feels a lot lighter and a lot smoother. I've ridden the bike around my garage yard. I can't take it for a long ride at the moment, but I'm not experiencing any more notchy, crunchy or snatchy actuations. It feels a lot better. And of course, once we get out of lockdown, I will take the bike out for a proper ride and do a full and thorough review of the Venhill Featherlight cable. But what I can say is so far, so good. Thanks for watching.